Luke, I know you use Xero religiously and you reconcile everything to the cent because you are a smart CA.
Thank you.
You're an awarded Chartered Accountant, and we'll just drop that in there.
Thank you. Award-winning CA.
An award-winning. It's very smart.
This is a genuine smile.
Award-winning.
Yeah.
And very familiar with the Xero platform. What are the top 5 tips for our punters?
Yeah, so I think everyone will probably have different ones. And a few for me would be repeating invoices. So I think
Is that invoices to customers?
to customers, people don't understand those. So if you're billing the same person each month, you can set those up. Very basic, but it seems that people miss that. So they'll go and create the invoice each month. And then on those invoices, you can set reminders. So if people haven't paid you,
the invoice reminder.
it'll ping them a reminder saying, hey, you can structure your wording so as a way that it starts to get a little bit more serious. And depending on whether you then want to encourage them to approach someone like Norling Law or 99 to collect the debt if they haven't paid, then who knows, that we'll leave that up to you. But the reminders, cash coding for bulk coding of transactions.
That's a hot tip.
Yeah.
That has to be turned on by the advisor. So if you can't see in your bank reconciliation screen, you might have 3 tabs or 4 tabs. Cash coding is a tab. If you can't see it, it hasn't been turned on. Ask your advisor to turn it on for you.
You might be able to bulk code 200 transactions in 5 minutes, basically, if they're all the same. It's all the same cafe. You can filter it by the name, etc., etc. And of course, every Xero account's got an email address, which can be handy to send important documents to store them somewhere in the cloud. And also,
what are some examples of some documents that would be sending up to Xero?
Accounting bills. So major documents, like might even be new insurance policies. It might be, okay, I brought an asset, so let's save this so the accountant's got it so they can figure out when to add it, what depreciation rate, etc., and keep all of that stuff current. So,
and then don't forget the loan or the HP / finance agreement that you've had to get for the car.
You can forward it straight out of your inbox into your own Xero email address, which you can find. I won't explain it here, but Google your Xero inbox, you'll be able to find it.
Chances are, if you do that, it's going to save time not only for you in having to find it 12 months later when your accountant wants to do your accounts, but it'll save your accountant time, and if it's saving your accountant time, it's going to save you money.
Oh yeah.
Because they ain't going to be dinging on that timesheet.
No, unlike ourselves who don't keep timesheets and bill by the minute or 6 minutes, but anyway, that's a different story. And then of course I love when you're in Xero, in the cells of the amount of money that you're reconciling something to. This is a great example. You may have just brought a phone, a telecom phone, Spark, isn't it? Spark, and you've got 12 months of repayments of your new iPhone 11. 11 Max Pro, I think it is. So each time that bill comes through, you need to split that out between, okay, one's a repayment for my phone, so I shouldn't be claiming the GST on that because I probably claimed that up front. And so I'm basically carving that out to these are my telephone expenses and this is the repayment of the loan effectively to telecom. So you go add details and you can actually use the cells as a calculator as well. So you could say, right, the phone amount is $52.10, but the whole bill was $183 whatever. So then you go 183 in the cell minus the 52.10, and it calculates for you what that amount is.
I use that a fair bit, like when we're splitting out maybe some of our transactions and we've got it split at 50-50. So if there's $1,000 coming out, 1,000 divided by, use the divided by sign 2, and it'll automatically calculate 500. I can't because I'm shit at maths.
So I think it mirrors Excel, does it? I think, but you don't need the equals,
kinda.
but but you'll figure it out very, very quickly. There's a number of shortcuts in Xero as well that you can use, so you can Google those.
And the one thing I would touch on, it's a great 5 tips there.
Thank you.
Back to the invoicing function is, in addition to the recurring thing, the invoice reminders, is adding on your payment gateway options. So if you're using Stripe or
Go
Cardless or PayPal or any of those platforms, you can put your details on that invoice and you'll be emailing that invoice out. The person's going to receive it and they'll be able to pay you straight away. Yeah,
and another bonus hack for you guys out there is just to randomly change your terms and just put 7-day terms and then set the reminders up as well and see if they'll pay you within 7 days, and just to give yourself a bit of a test of. And they might go, oh, sorry, we don't, that's the worst thing that could happen. You might find that they actually pay it. I did one this week. They paid it less than 7 days.
Oh, and you did one last month to someone, their terms are the 20th, but ours were the 15th, and they paid on time.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So push the boundaries and use the technology to then send the reminders, and hey, worst thing that happens, apologise. Oh, sorry. Oh, that's not how all of our other clients work. Sorry. That's just gone into our normal structure. Anyway, a couple of absolute beauties there. Hopefully.
Great 5 tips there for our Xero users.
The thing that I did forget though as well is don't forget that Xero has a huge help desk up in the top right corner.
Oh,
Accountants don't want to be Xero help desks.
No.
They don't want to be, it's not a good use of our time, it's not a good use of your money to be asking the accountant, hey, how do I do this in Xero? Hey, how do I do this? What about this?
Their search function, I reckon, works better than Google.
Blitz it, yeah.
It's the coolest help tool available.
Yeah, so if you're stuck in Xero, go up to the top right, there's a search function and say, hey, how do I do this? Then they've got a support team behind that too. Don't use your accountant for that stuff.
No.
It's silly. It's going to cost you money if you're not on fixed fees and stuff. So you will be paying for that in the long run. So ask the help centre. Someone's asked a question before, you can guarantee it. You'll have a video of the answer, a written explanation. It's so good. And it's often what the accountant does. They go, oh, this client had this question, we'll go and get this. And then also, 12 minutes of time spent answering blah, blah, blah's question, you're going to pay for it. It is what it is.